Hey guys, what's up? Dax here. Today we are here with the next episode of F1 1997 Career Mode. Today it is Spain. See, I'm 19th place on the grid, so that isn't too good, is it? They're starting quite near the back of the grid here today. Not quite last, but quite near the back of the grid. A lot of cars to overtake to get anywhere near points, and Spain's not really well known for lots of overtaking, is it? It's known as a track where, you know, you qualify near the front, you finish near the front, which I suppose goes well for Jos Verstappen, who starts on pole position. Not so good for the McLaren, starting 19th and 21st. Also, there's a Ferrari back here as well, that's Eddie Irvine. And I think Michael Schumacher's behind us as well. So, a bad day in the office for the random qualifying for both Ferraris and both McLarens. The lights are out. Quite a bit of wheel spin there as we head off the line, switching to the inside of the Ferrari there. But as we run down to turn 1, we are looking down the inside of the corner to hopefully have a good place to overtake. Looking to the outside of Salo, though, we're going to be able to go around the outside of him between a couple of cars here, getting a little bit sideways and not having enough grip to keep going 3 wide. That was with Berger and Salo, but we run a bit wide here and nearly going to the gravel there. And that is 21st place. Only Barrichello's just behind us here. Very late on the brakes, however, down the inside of a couple of cars, including, that's Salo just in front of us there. We got past Larini and Hakkinen and a couple of other cars. Braking late once again down the inside of Salo, and there's contact. I don't even know what that was. Is that a side pod glitch? I don't even know what that was there, guys, but I sort of misjudged my braking, but not that badly. I sort of touched Silo Berger's car there and he just like spun round. Don't know what's happening there, but it didn't help out either of us there. I got down to 20th place and Berger's in 21st place just behind me now. And this race is not looking too good so far, is it? Not the best of start, not the best overtaking so far as well either. Trying to go around the outside of Irvine, but we just don't have any room there. But we go to the inside once again of Irvine. We do have room there. Now on the outside of Barrichello. Can we get around the outside of him? Yes, we can. That is 18th place. Now Hakkinen is the car in front of us here. Can we get past him into the final chicane? Braking late down the inside. Nice move, I'd say, down the inside there. Quite a lot of wheel spin through the chicane there, but accelerator down round the final corner here to complete the first lap of 5 here. And we are just less than a second behind Nicola Larini in front of us here. Jacques Villeneuve currently leads this race. I wonder by how much. You can see in the minimap. A lot of cars all together, but I think we'll see on the minimap in a second. A couple of cars have pulled a little bit clear there, so I'm assuming Villeneuve and somebody else has went a bit clear at the front of the grid here. But through this turn here, where Alonso had its accident in testing earlier on this season, it's just weird. I don't know. I didn't have the speed. I didn't have the. Look at that lead that Villeneuve has. Sorry, but look at that lead Villeneuve has after just over a lap. It's like 5 seconds. Like, what's he on today? He's had his Weetabix. Anyway. What was I saying? Yeah, well, Alonso had his crash. We're quite slow through that turn. Not too sure why. Not having quite the downforce here today. I don't actually change the setup. I just have a quick setup on for all these races. I don't know whether any of the other setups actually work, because obviously it's completely different to the 2014 cars. And I'm not too sure if it's adjusted. I'm assuming it is adjusted, but I just don't really want to play around with it because I'm not too sure if it's going to completely mess up the game here. Irvine tries to get up the inside there, but it's a bit risky there. There wasn't really a gap for him to go for, because I was going to have to turn into the corner, and Irvine was sort of going for a gap that was always going to disappear there, but running a bit wide into the final chicane here, but we managed to get through there all right. Now I put the accelerator down once again and trying to catch up to Larini. It was just under a second at the start line last time. As we go across the line this time, it has came down by about 0.3 of a second there as we went across the line. Irvine just about a second behind us here. Now heading down to turn 1, we're going to brake a little bit later. We brake later, but not quite enough to get past Larini now. Looks like Michael Schumacher's going side by side with someone. Oh, we've made a mistake now. We put the power down too much there. He got sideways. We went one way to try and correct it, and actually just went us to the other side of the track, which is not good whatsoever. That's down to 19th place now, and Berger's got his place back after I hit him on lap number 1, wasn't it? Oh, now Hakkinen's through. This race is just going from bad to worse here today, guys. Sometimes, obviously, especially in my F1 Championship edition, sometimes I'm like really good. I'm near the front of the grid each time. And then you just go to the next race, I'm like third to last. I'm like, okay. I mean, obviously it was random grids and all that, but still, I'm down here in 19th place. I really haven't had the pace to get anywhere near the top 10 in this race. Look how far ahead Villeneuve is. That's just crazy. I don't know how he's had so much speed in this race. Now, I know the Williams is a good car. It's one of the better ones in the game. I think it's obviously got the tier system like the actual sort of 2014 cars do. And I think Williams and Ferrari are the top 2 cars, I think. I don't know if there's another one in there. Maybe Benetton in there as well, I'm not too sure. But they're definitely the top 2, Ferrari and Williams. And you can see that in this race at least. The Williams of Villeneuve is so far ahead. Across the start-finish line to complete lap number 3. Over 1.3 seconds there behind Berger. And 3.2 seconds down on our fastest lap time. That was not a good lap there. And now we're going to try and fight back through this pack here with Berger in, Irvine in, and the other guy in front of him has just pulled away a little bit there, so it's just really Berger here and Irvine battling it out with a 17th place. Should be able to get past Berger at least on this lap. Just under a second now behind him. Obviously no DRS back in 97, but we should have a decent slipstream down the back straight where you get DRS in the 2014 game. Also want to say, guys, thank you for all the questions for the Q&A. I'm probably going to record that this weekend. I've got this weekend off, which is nice, so I'll probably be recording that question and answer video this weekend, hopefully going up sometime next week. And I think tomorrow I'm probably going to be releasing a video about F1 2015, and I'm still thinking about what to really include in that video, but talking about why the release date maybe isn't exactly realistic now. We haven't had like a trailer or anything, so we'll see, but I'm still sort of not expecting a huge amount at the moment. It's a bit weird, in all honesty. Codemasters have had a lot of success with their launches this year, maybe by just releasing them and announcing them surprisingly, like obviously I think Grid Autosport was a bit surprising. So was especially Dirt Rally, that sort of came out of nowhere. So maybe they're trying to do the same sort of thing with F1 2015, not really announce too much until the game is released. But through all that talking, I got past Berger at the end of that lap there, which is good. It's going to be tough to catch Irvine here because through this turn here, we're just we're not fast. Let's just say that we're not fast whatsoever through that turn there. Lose quite a bit of time through the first sector. What's it going to be? 1.5 seconds to Irvine. So unlikely we're going to catch him on this lap. I mean, it is quite a big queue, so maybe you can get held up behind someone here. But I really don't know where the pace was in this race. Like, why are we sort of so far behind what the leaders' pace are doing? I'll show you at the end of this video, guys, but my pace is just so far off what the leaders of it are doing. I'm like, okay, this doesn't really make much sense, but guess you just got to deal with it and hope that the next race is better, I suppose. I mean, I don't do any practice for these races, really, guys. I mean, I don't really have time to anymore, which is a bit frustrating. Obviously, I want to enjoy the game as much as possible, but I really don't have much time to practice, and most of the time I play, spend playing games just for videos now, which obviously I'd like to have more time to play games and everything, but I've got to do other stuff, I've got to work. So last couple of corners here in Spain, it's going to be a disappointing result, let's be honest, guys. 12 cars aren't going to retire on this last corner of the last lap. And as we head across the start finish line any second now, we'll bring home 18th place, but look at who has the fastest lap, and also look how much faster that is than my fastest lap. So we've done a 1 minute 27.7 as our fastest lap here today, which I thought was respectable. But let's scroll up the order here, guys. Remember, 127.7 for me here. And when I actually do scroll up the order here, we'll see what a big difference is between my lap time down in 18th place and right at the top. Villeneuve does a 1 minute 24.9, so nearly 3 seconds faster than me there. Like, randomly he's like 2.5 seconds faster than second place, and I think also Ralf Schumacher's quite fast in there as well. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. It's Blacksmouty. Goodbye.